That tastes like promotion!
Hey up, so you've just seen the highlights of the playoffs and final game of the season. Couldn't get voiceover done because the kids are on half term, so they've been around, and you would have just heard lots of shouting, mainly from me. So let's just have. I thought we'd have a quick look at the squad report and kind of go from how they did from a season's perspective. So Joe Rose made 29 appearances. He had a really poor games won ratio, which is worrying going into next season because ideally I'd like him to be the first choice goalkeeper. But I felt he did all right when he played. He had a poor run of form. Ashby Hamid, who came in during his injury, just came in and never looked back. Was fantastic. He had his poor moments, but generally was fantastic. And that 72% win ratio, pretty good. Probably going to look at keeping him on loan for next season. But the problem is, we still have Matthias Chabot, who is probably ready for first team football. If we just have a look at the coach summary, they reckon he's already at this level. So it might be a case of we look at loaning him out, see if he can have a good year out on loan. But goalkeeper-wise, very happy with what we've got going into next season. If we then go to defenders, and we'll start on the right backs. Ashcroft is, as far as he's concerned, exploring his options. It's a massive shame. Really like Ashcroft. Excuse me. And then if we just go by appearances, yeah, really like Ashcroft, but he wants to leave. He averages 7 match rating, 2 goals, 3 assists from right back. He was on a full wage as well. I'm pretty sure he's wanted by Cheltenham and Burton, so don't really blame him for leaving, but definitely would have liked him to stay. And then J. Ben came in and during Ashcroft's injuries, and he was fantastic. 4 assists in 14 games, 7.15. I'm very impressed with him. Very happy to go into next season with him as our right back and looking at who we can get in. We'll come to youngsters and loanees afterwards. Centre back wise, Barrett came. To be fair, when Barrett came in, we got better. So yeah, like he came in, he averaged a 6.96, 63% win rate, 3 goals he ships in with. I'm quite happy with him. He'll probably be the starting centre back next season, alongside Ewan O'Connor, who came in 27 games. Rating wise, he hasn't been as good, but I felt like we were a lot more solid with him at the back. James Jones is transfer listed and will be moving on. I just feel like we've kind of got to that point where he's not the player that he was a couple of seasons ago for us. Same with Sidic. Sidic will be allowed to leave in the summer. Yeah, it's $2,500 off the wage bill, and they featured a decent amount of times, but that was when we were having trouble at centre back. But that was before O'Connor came in and we started giving players a chance. James Carragher made 3 appearances. It's not enough. He'll probably be let go. Honorias is leaving. 2 sub appearances. He was brought in to cover, as emergency cover. And Haste will get onto him at left back. So at left back, Grant Foster. What a player he has been. 36 games, 4 assists, 7 average rating for the 19-year-old. He has been quality for us, has fit in this team really well. I'm pretty sure his contract kicks in at the end of the season. And then Haste, 18 games, 10 sub appearances. I just don't think he's not good enough at centre back to push us on, and I think at left back he doesn't offer us what we need in a kind of a proper wing back. If we then go into defensive midfielders, okay, Wes Jones, 48 games, 9 goals, 3 assists. What a player. He is getting better every week. He is just superb. He's wanted by a load of championship clubs. I'm terrified of that. Senga and Goya, 28 games, 12 sub appearances, 2 assists from the holding role. I think we keep him around next season. We'll negotiate, because that wage is a bit higher than I would like for a guy that I see as a backup. Glenn O'Neill, who came in midway through the season, made 24 appearances. Doesn't get probably the match ratings he should, but we are quite solid with him. The problem with him is he's 5'11", dropping into a back 3. I need to try and find a way so that he drops into the wide slot, into a back 3 instead of the actual middle of it. And then Aidan Haddo, 3 starts, 8 sub appearances. As a squad player, I'm quite happy to keep him back. He's on a low wage. I'm quite happy with that. If we then go to attacking midfielders, Fitzgerald, 10 goals, 10 assists in 52 games. I've been very critical of him, and I know I'm very critical of him. I think we get more creativity out of him on the left, but changing to a shadow striker has seemed to have done wonders for him, and he's popped up a lot more. So very happy with that. Mark Baker, 7 games, start, 7 appearances, 2 goals. He's going to have a loan next season. Fenton John will leave. He just hasn't. He's 4 games, 9 appearances, 9 subs. He just hasn't done enough. If we go to the wingers, because they're all the same. So Beckham played 42 games. He's got 10 goals and 16 assists from mainly the left, and I've been very impressed with him on the left. He's the same as Fitzgerald. He gets a lot of shit from me that he probably doesn't quite deserve. Corey Callan, Young Player of the Year in the league. He got 10 goals and 13 assists from 33 appearances. Suffered a lot with injuries. So it's like, imagine the kind of numbers he would have picked up if he'd got them extra 10 games in. Alfie Robinson, 13 starts, 17 subs, 6 goals, 5 assists. I feel like he's done really well and all. Definitely, them three are probably the three that are guaranteed to stay. Wright Phillips didn't turn up for training the other day, so he's gone. He's dead to me. I don't know why I do this. I've signed him multiple times on saves, and he's always trouble for me. I don't know why we signed him. Asamuga chipped in with 2 goals and 2 assists from 20 sub appearances. He does what he does, but it's time to come to an end. And then strikers, we all know where this is going. Hamzid Kargbo is magic. He wears a magic hat. And 34 games, 32 goals and 4 assists. He is going to lead the line next season. There's no doubt about it. He is probably going to be vice captain next season, because with us losing Sidic and Ace, we're going to need new captains, and I think both of them. I think Hamzid Karbo is the guy to come in and be the vice captain, leads by example. Cole Hudlin, who 20 games from the bench and 6 starts, got 7 goals and 3 assists. I'm quite happy to keep him. He's very similar to Karbo, and we need that. We'll get onto where I think we're going to improve and stuff, but Cole Hudlin stays. And then if we go to Development Centre and we look at... 3 new signings have joined. We look at the loans. We'll just start with appearances. So Ryan Hodge was on loan at Dartford. They've been promoted. He's 13 goals and 8 assists from right wing. Yeah, right wing. He's 6'5". Pre-season's going to be a big thing for this team, because there's a lot of these youngsters that, like Ryan Hodge here, who is probably around the level that we could get into this team. The problem is the fact that we have an abundance of right wingers, so it's going to be kind of sitting down looking at which wingers go out on loan. But we also, I'm pretty sure, get a bigger bench next season, so that's going to play a big part as well. Brighton Chigamera played 49 games, got 2 goals, 2 assists from centre back / centre midfield. He's going to go on another loan. I don't know if he's going to be the player that we progress with. I don't know if he's got that ability in him. Rob Dunn at Slough. He got 5 assists and 3 goals from left back, I believe. From left back. I think he's another player that will have another loan out. Try and get him to play in the National League. Rafferty Cuthbertson got 23 goals and 5 assists in 46 games for Dulwich Hamlet. He's 5'11". I thought he was bigger than that. We might not even sign a striker. We might look at having him as the other player to rotate, kind of, if we need something new. But averaging a goal every other game, not bad. We might just loan him out again and try and loan him to a national team. Sebastian Vassal got 5 assists and 6 goals in 44 appearances for Havant and Waterloo. He could come in. I think we could probably look at having him in there as the Segunda Volante. I think technically he in the places he needs it, he is very good on the ball. So he might stick around next season. I feel like he's done well enough on loan that we could bring him in, because he's going to be playing with better players. Kane Eddy got 8 assists from right mid. Maybe. I don't know where they were playing him. But, he's going to look at another loan out. Reece Davis, 4 assists. He's another left back. Yep. Another loan out for him. I don't see where he's kind of... I don't think he's good enough to quite compete, especially with us going up a league. Remy Stonnell, probably on average rating basis, is our second best loanee that we've had out. He was at Russell playing 27 times, getting 9 assists and 4 goals. He's a centre midfielder. I don't think he's quite ready for us yet, but another loan. We're getting a bit of a loan farm going. And the other one was Jordan. The best loanee we had technically was Jordan Momola. 25 games, 10 assists and 3 goals from left wing. he doesn't look a bad player, but not ready for first team football yet. Danish Overman, probably the biggest letdown that we had. 5 goals, 5 assists, a 6.99 average ratings. Sounds decent, but I keep up to date with them, and he'd have a good game and then have 4 or 5 really bad ones. Another player that, as a right winger, it just kind of, I don't know where he really fits in, and I think he needs another loan. Alex Breen, left back, done all right with in the 17 games he played. I thought, okay, no, he didn't. He got 6.58. Another loan for him. And John Nicholson, who played 7 games at Bitton as a goalkeeper, we'll try and get another loan out for him. So yeah, the summer's going to be lots of recruitment because we now have a transfer deadline day. We've brought in some young players, so Dan Guillaume, who is definitely a right back, probably look at loaning him out. Joseph Olufemi is a left winger. He looked a lot better when he was on trial. He's got decent pace, but he's lacking technically. Rodri Shannon, who is a left back, or he's a left back. Again, we're looking at loans for these. Anyone else? Yeah, they would have. Oh, Michael Allison. Did I go with Michael Allison? No, we didn't. Oh, this is a guy that can play everywhere. Like, we've brought them in. We'll see how they go. Kind of work our way there. Financially, we're 300 grand in the red, but we've got a lot of budget. 15 grand in wages, 253. The money will change a bit because of no way is that. Yeah, that is ex-Everton defender Michael Keane. He's wanted by lock up. Do you know what? We'll offer him a trial. We're also, oh my god, Benecfo. I'm getting sidetracked. Stop looking at that. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm asking the board for a new contract. I think we deserve a new contract. Our contract is up at the end of the season. But yeah, I think realistically, we survive next season quite comfortably. And I think we're kind of getting now to a point of, for us to leave, it's going to take a club approaching us and it being a big step up. What we'll do is we'll have a quick run through of the other leagues because they should all be pretty much done. No, Premier League isn't. But not much is changing there. Bournemouth in 6th is a massive shock. But yeah, not much is. Preston are relegated. We've got a bit of a battle going for relegation. All right, Championship. So Palace and Sunderland went up, and then Norwich, Wolves, Cardiff, and Luton in the playoffs. Ipswich, Oxford, and Reading going down. In League One, Barnsley and Huddersfield go up. Peterborough, Charlton, Millwall, and Shrewsbury in the playoffs, with Carlisle, Exeter, Wickham, and Colchester coming down. And then National League, Notts County, Mansfield, and Cheltenham going up. Walsall, Bromley, Crewe, and the McDons. Dagenham and Redbridge did survive. I did apply for the job, and we had an interview, and they hired some absolute nobody over me. Oh, and Patsy Slevin, who we had on loan last season, finished as the top goal scorer in the league. And then National League, we went up with York, and going down was Barrow, Scunthorpe, Kidderminster, and Newport. Leagues below, Fylde and Shield, South Shield go up from the Vanarama North. South Shields, I imagine, have done well because of the money we gave them for, what was his name? Leaf. And then the National League South, Dartford went up over Maidenhead and joined Ebbsfleet, with Hornchurch, Salisbury, Chippenham, and Hendon going down. But that is where we're going to end the episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. All the support really does mean the world to me. I have been Justin, and you have had just enough.